Oh, hi, Rachel. Can you
What a
anyway?
surprise! We're only sitting here watching the countdown.
Right. I was like making faces
I
at you in
love
the
that.
green room.
Oh, hi!
Oh, whoops. Oh, are we on? Are we on? Oh, so welcome to the Rachel and Miller real estate talk and stuff. The opinions expressed on the show are the opinions of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily the opinions of anybody we may
Anyone
or may
else?
not. What?
Anyone else?
Anybody, of anyone else? Anybody we may or may not represent, and the opinions are ours. And these are our own opinions, and not necessarily the opinions of anybody else. If you have questions, please seek the knowledge of a licensed realtor, whether it be,
Which we are.
which we are. Yes, keep the lawyers happy. We have to say that just this is our own opinions, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like that thing I did the other day
Just
with.
relax. Don't take it so seriously.
Okay. Hi, Rachel.
Hi. Hi, Miller. You
So
just got back from the Mojave Desert.
I did. I came in. I turned my computer on, and I literally came in with like 45 seconds to spare. I'm like, "Hi, I'm here."
I don't know how you do it.
I put little wings on the side of my car, and I fly around. Yeah, yeah. Except when I was down at that house in Rosamond, I went to go open the door, and there's a big old hairy spider on the doorknob, and I don't know if you know that I don't do spiders.
You don't do spiders?
I don't know. I'm like, oh, that's a big ugly spider. I'll go walk around the building a couple of times. Oh, he's still there. Okay. If I kick it, it's going to kick the door. Okay, Mr. Spider, please go away. And then
You're such a baby.
I was. You should. I was like trying to figure out how to get him off there.
Scream like a girl.
Like a 2-year-old girl. I was like, get off. Didn't want to touch him, but I made him go away. So, Rachel, it has been a very crazy week in real estate, in my opinion.
In your world or in the real estate world?
In the real estate, well, that too, both.
Okay.
I mean, from last week in Rosamond when I was at another property and left the property, and there, that looks better, and left, and my radiator hose blew out on me on Highway 58. So I sat on the side of the road and waiting for AAA to come pick me up. It was very exciting. Yeah.
Your car's next to mine in the shop. My car's been in the shop for 3 weeks, wondering why the transmission won't work.
It's very possible that your car is going to be a brick. That's not very fun.
Yeah, Dodge Charger, beware.
Yeah. That's why I have a little Ford Focus. I just and go boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Take me off topic. Go ahead. Not being that's very easy to do. Okay, I'll keep these on. Crazy real estate world is interest rates are edging down a little bit. They're like in the mid 6s, which doesn't suck.
Doesn't suck. Right now, 6.56% for 30-year fixed.
Yep. I saw 6.4 yesterday. I saw 6.7. So mid 6s. And I don't think we're going to see a 3.3 anytime soon, but stranger things have happened. Yeah, I mean, that'd be super. And I will say with the interest rates edging down as they are, I'm seeing a lot of activity in the seller's world. A lot of people out looking at homes. However, you and I talked about this the other day a lot, is people wanting the HGTV ready homes. They just want to walk in and be ready to rock and roll. And if they're not, they want deep discounts.
Well, I mean, to be fair, home purchases is, I don't need to say it, but it's a lot of money. And money is not cheap these days. Our interest rates are higher, although these particular interest rates are nice. But I think we have a right to want something that's not in disarray for the amount of money that we have to put out these days. So it's definitely got to work on balancing out expectations both for sellers and for buyers.
Yeah, we had someone trying to talk to us, and I just opened up comments. Sorry.
Hello, someone.
Yeah, I forgot where they went. Where are they? Oh, it was Amy Fieron. Hello, Amy Fieron.
Hi, Amy.
I read something the other day. 93% of the home buyers want the HGTV ready house. And there are some out there who will, like I had a flipper call me this morning saying, hey, I'm really looking for a flipping house. I'm like, okay, tell me what your niche is. And he responded with everything. What was that? You smacking things over there?
I want to know. That was actually my ring hitting the desk.
That's you're trying to smash a spider over there. That's funny. Yeah, you're trying to smash spiders. The
home flipper
called me and I said, well, what's your niche? What do you do? He's like, well, I do everything. That's my favorite word when someone says that. I'm like, really? So tell me what that means. And he goes, well, like light flipping. I'm like, oh,
so okay. Not everything.
So like carpet, paint. He goes, maybe more just like a carpet. I'm like, okay. So easy flip, lowball offers just to do carpeting and then flip it, make a profit. I wouldn't say it like that. I'm like, okay.
How would you say it?
Yeah. I really wanted to really go to him, but I'm like, nah, I probably shouldn't do that. And I'm all about people making the buck here and there. That's great. However, don't call a realtor and say, I do everything. I have 4 properties right now that are not on the market yet that an investor might really love. One of them is even a big old motel.
That's right.
Yes. You're going to come up and do a broker's open with my motel, right?
At the Bates Motel.
The Bates Motel.
Free of charge, of course.
Yeah, well, I can paint. Yeah, we'll put things on there. So I actually mentioned it to that flipper. I'm like, hey, I have a motel that you might be interested in. And first question I was not, is it an active motel? It is not. It hasn't been active in a very long time. However, all the rooms have been turned.
Yeah, one room. One room's pretty active.
We're not talking about that room. Thanks, Rachel. That wasn't one of the guest rooms. That was okay, moving on. Moving on. Thank you. Yeah.
Not an active hotel.
Not an active. Yeah. Thank you for keeping me on track there. It's not an active motel. It with very little effort, it could be. It needs. I don't want to say hug now based on what you just said, but it needs a hug. It needs paint, and it needs a fence built. You crack yourself up. I'm not even gonna justify that with a comment. What do you think about that? So I've totally gone off topic, and my head's not. I'm totally confused now. Here,
flipper inactive motel needs a little bit of love.
Needs a little love, but anyway, the flipper. It's just they come in and they say they want to flip, but they just want to do a little flip and nothing major. And I mean that comes down to the houses that 93% of the people want an HGTV ready house that's just ready to go right here, right now. And there's some out there, especially down in your neck of the woods. I read something the other day that air quotes the average home is turned every 7 years for like the kitchen and bathrooms are done every 7 years. And I was like, wow, my house was built in 1987, and I'm pretty sure it's the same kitchen as it was in 1987. But I guess on average, it's every 7 years those flip or they get turned. Mm-hmm. And that goes back to that term that people like to use is, oh, it's dated. Okay. Well, the cupboard's open and it holds things, though it still works.
And I
And
think
that,
we need to be careful. I mean, homes that have been flipped, they can be nice. They look nice. However,
I agree.
and I might get in trouble for saying this, and it might be an unpopular thing to say out loud. But my husband, being a builder, he would never buy a house that's been flipped.
Because he wants to do it himself?
Nope.
Because he wants
He
you to
can
do it?
do it himself, but sometimes, not all the time, and I'm trying to be very careful, but this is the truth. Homes that have been flipped are not necessarily done well, and sometimes issues are covered up with pretty things. Sometimes the materials that are being used are not necessarily the higher end materials that are going to last a good long while. Sometimes you move into a house that's been flipped and you notice in 4 to 5 years that handles are falling off and floors are being worn and paint's chipping off. So you do your due diligence when you're looking at homes that have been flipped. Now, if you walk into a home and it's been upgraded and people have been living in it for a while, you know, people remodeled for their own use and their own pleasure, that's different. Somebody that comes in, purchases a house, makes it look all pretty and they never lived in it, those are the ones that you got to kind of look past the shiny parts. That would be my advice. You know, that's what my husband says all the time. Don't just stop at the shiny stuff. You have to look past it.
And if you will, even like open the.
Is that our guest?
Yes.
Good. Bring it in.
Next week we'll have a guest on talking about trusts. Why is it trusts? Why is it so hard to say? Say
Trusts,
So
because it's an STS.
Trusts.
STS, trusts.
Trusts.
Wills and trusts, yes.
Yep. She is an expert on that, and definitely her wheelhouse. So I'm going to figure out how to show this other one here. When we're talking about pricing, and we have beat this proverbial horse into the ground, but talking about pricing is, I'm still seeing every day here in the Crest, price reductions, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. I saw one the other day, $44,000 price reduction. That's a big number. So I'm going to show yours here from July, Rachel. At least I think I am.
No, I sent it to you, but I didn't look at it because we had to pivot so fast. I didn't get a chance to really look.
We definitely pivoted. Pivoted. So that is that, where is that at? Is that for Simi Valley? Or is that for
no?
Eight cities.
Think that 8 cities. I think I do Thousand Oaks, Westlake. It says at the bottom. I can't see it. Thousand Oaks, Westlake, Moore Park, Oak Park, Simi Valley, Westlake Village, Agoura Hills.
You guys had 456 new listings in July. Wow.
We have more inventory and things are not selling as fast. Days to contract, 40 days. I feel like that's generous. I mean, I know it's statistical and the numbers are there, but that is on an average. But you can see that it has gone up about 25% in terms of how long it takes to get a house into contract.
Right. That's
active inventory is pretty high there, but showing that it's down by 2.5%. That's
an amazing number to me right there.
I know.
It really is.
I know. That just must be so wild.
Yeah. And well, this number up here, it's up 1%.
Right, but when you look at it square footage wise, it really kind of whittles down the reality of it all.
It's still over $1 million. 40 days the contract. again, it's going to come down to, in my not humble opinion, it comes down to pricing. Is people are pricing their homes, whether they're listing to their agent or not, they're pricing their homes higher than they really should. And then they're doing a price adjustment. I did this a year ago. I'll do it again. Maybe I'll try to do it next week. Is I took all the numbers and I did crunch everything together to see how many houses that were selling that had price adjustments.
So I'm looking at a little report right now just for Thousand Oaks. So not all of the cities that are represented in this chart. But today there has been 5 price reductions just in Thousand Oaks today.
Of how many?
Now these homes are still, so one is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo that's under 400,000, and then there is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath that's under 800,000. There's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath that's now under 900,000. 4-bed, 3-bath that is now hovering at 1,025,000. 3-bed, 3-bath down to 1,140,000, and those are all the reduced prices.
Yeah, I know of one over in Newbury Park, Thousand Oaks, that just got reduced.
Why do you know that, Miller?
A little birdie told me about it.
Oh, yeah.
That one, yeah, yours. You're like, what are you talking about? Yeah, that one.
Well, I was thinking houses that you're talking. It's a mobile home. Yeah.
It has home in it.
Home, but I was looking at residential, so I was in my head and I was thinking residential.
Well, you have one over there that's probably one of the lowest price homes in all of Ventura County, with the only caveat of it needs a hug, and it is in over 55 park. Excuse me.
Yes, so it is a mobile home. It's 1,400 square feet. The land lease is $868 a month, and the adjusted price is $150,000. And yes, it's in a 55 and up mobile home community in Thousand Oaks / Newbury Park.
That's a great deal all day long. All day long, it is a great deal. I'm trying to find is that mine? Yes, it is. Ooh, look at that. Okay, I'm going to share this now. Maybe. Now, share screen. And there. And pink. Pink. So, in August, in Ridgecrest, median price $275. We have 88 active listings, and that's down 19% from last month. 2 listings in the last 5 days. And look at that. That's interesting. We have 56 days of market.
You guys are slowing down a little bit up there.
It's look at our active listings. We have a lot of active listings.
But only 2 new listings in the last 5 days.
Yeah. I should
your houses are on the market a little longer.
Yep.
Prices are coming down a little bit.
A little tiny bit, just 1.3%, which, yeah, just a smidge. That's those. This one doesn't show it. Whoa, hello.
Your price per square footage, is that what you're curious of?
Yeah, mine didn't show that on this one. But I think, let me stop that screen. And
well, we could figure it out, but we would have to have an average square footage.
Right. There's this. Go look at that. Maybe. Oh, never mind. This one doesn't like me. Yeah. Just because I can, I'm going to go grab this other report here and open it up. Think. Oh, it's over there. It's hiding from me. Real estate. Are you laughing? I hear you snickering over there. There. The
You look like you're watching a tennis match.
you know what? I'm going to do the last 30 days.
All right, let's go, Miller.
Okay, you know, in the last 30 days, we have 107 new listings in the last 30 days. And in the last 30 days, 82 price adjustments. 107 new listings, 82 price adjustments.
So like 80% of those listings have been adjusted in price.
Yeah. And we had 80 closed or sold listings, which that's fascinating to me.
How many active agents would you say you have in your area? Like the ones that you see, maybe even just through social media, like the ones that are rocking and rolling, the ones that are the tippity top, aside from you?
12.
Okay.
In the same breath, there's 180 of us. There's 180 agents in Ridgecrest. But a lot of them are part-time agents, and they're just doing stuff for family, or they're just acting as referrals, and they have other jobs. So I'm going to call them a part-time agent, and I don't want to take anything away from part-time agents. I don't think I can pull that up here. And is it going to show me?
I wouldn't know that answer in my area. I think we have more agents, and I wouldn't say that I'm connected to very, very many of them on social media. So I wouldn't know what the percentage of agents out here are actually the ones that are really producing.
And I just re-pulled it up, and it's 112, not 180. It's 112 agents in Ridgecrest. I'm looking at the names on here. Some of them I have no idea who they are. But of the 112, I'm going to say there's probably 18 agents that are always doing something, and I'd say there's probably 9 that I'm going to say are actual full-time agents. And that's going to take me back to pricing. I did a something on my other channel, on my page the other day, talking about appraisers, and something that we as agents are not. We're not appraisers. We can we go in and we do our due diligence, saying, okay, this house should be worth $200,000, or down there $1.5 million. So then it's the appraiser's job to come in and actually do it. But as real estate agents, our job is to do our due diligence to figure out what is the price point that people are going to buy it at, and 2, when the appraiser does come, what's that?
A and 2.
Did I say A and 2? A and B. Oh, A and 2. Yeah, it's new math. It's new math. A is we have to figure it out, and B, I got it right that time. And B, we then have to figure out what's it going to appraise for, because we are not appraisers, and there are agents that try to say they're appraisers, and they're not.
Well, but that's what comps are for. Comps are they're a tool. They help us with that. And we don't always get it right.
That's true. And then in the same, I was when I was doing the research on my appraisers thing, is somebody said you can have one house and have 4 different appraisers come in, and you'll get 4 different prices. Oh, and that's as real estate agents, we have to go and say, okay, this is what we're thinking. And then there's the occasional unicorn. Like you're telling me about a property out there the other day that a bunch of acreage and things like that, and has a beautiful home on it. And there's no comps for that because they never sell. So then you have to go and say, okay, how's that going to work?
Yep.
It's again, I beat this into the ground. when people say, "Oh, you guys just open doors and let people in," okay. When I was in Sacramento, my mother was in the room as I was trying to get things done, and I was there for 4.5 hours working on real estate stuff. And she's like, "Okay, well, I now know that you just don't open doors and sell houses. There's so much more to it. You've been dealing with a property down there that, I mean, you probably spent in the last week probably 40, 50 hours on that property."
That's being generous, but yeah, I've spent a lot of time. I've been getting, estimates on how much things would cost for repairs, and but every agent, there's a lot more to it than what meets the eye, for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely a true story.
So
Absolutely,
we're
for sure.
creeping up on our 30 minutes. So if anyone has hung in long enough to see the end of this podcast, today we had plans to have an expert on to talk about will and trusts, which I'm super interested in. We do have a trust. Do you have a trust, Miller?
I trust you. Does that count?
No.
Oh, then no, I don't.
Well, then this is going to be a good episode for you to be part of. Hopefully next week. We can get her on next week. I do recommend having a trust. And one of the questions that we have ready is, do only super wealthy people need trusts or should have trusts? And I'm venturing to say no. Anyone can have a trust. It's really about protecting your assets. So I'm looking forward to having her on, and we've got our questions ready to go. And I think it'll be a really great episode.
I agree. It will be a good episode. And we deal with trusts on a regular basis in our industry, and there's a lot of things that go right along with that. And we have okay, cool. We have a lot of things that happen with trusts and disclosures. Something that I really should do is get a trust. Like I said, I trust you, but you said that doesn't count.
Our episode next week with Deborah is going to kick you into gear to get your trust together.
I trust my dog.
It's a good thing to have. And once you have it, you'll feel like a good sense of like accomplishment, and you feel like you've got some of your ducks in a row. It's a good feeling.
Did you get your microphone hooked up yet?
No.
You just looked at
Where's your microphone? Where's your microphone?
Right here.
Is it working?
Yes, it's working.
Well, mine doesn't work. User error, I'm sure of it. You know what? When we get off, you just need to help me set it up, because my computer isn't recognizing it. But we don't need to bore people with this. We can talk about it offline.
I wanted to just say operator error more times, because that's more fun. Yes.
All right, Miller.
Well, cool. Very good. Well, we will go at this. We're going to go jump away now and see if I can figure out how to say this and make that work, and say we will be back next week. But before we do that, Rachel can be reached at
rachelmoreno.gratishomes.com is my website, and rachel@gratishomes.com is my email.
And you actually said that right.
I have it written down.
And I
apparently can't be trusted with that information.
I can be reached via text at 760-264-3501, 760-264-3501, or you can also find me at sellingkern.com. And you know what? I just thought of a cool episode for us in coming weeks. Domain names and how they work.
Okay.
And how that could help you with your business.
Oh, man.
So look at that. It's $29.59, and I'm going to throw up the thank you show. And until next time, we'll see you.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.